Okay, very quick one, guys. So some days back, VDM made a video where he exposed the atrocity that took place in Bayelsa State regarding a notorious guy, one notorious guy. You know, they said he's famous, he's politician, he served deities, he's a traditionalist, and so what about that? In my opinion, he's a criminal. Somebody who initiated his fellow man to be pie is a criminal. And this is why I'm using my platform to lend my voice as a Nigerian that is against injustice, a Nigerian that is against corruption, a Nigerian that is against criminality. This is what my platform is all about. Now, what is the story? What is the story? According to VDM, there was an issue between a young man by the name Patrick, who also served a deities, his own ancestral deities somewhere in River State, in Bayelsa State, I beg your pardon. And there is this other guy who is also a very popularly known as a traditionalist, also have his own shrine and he also serve his own deities and all that. And because he's famous, because he's highly connected, because he's a politician, you know, the youths choose to associate more with him. And this young man, Patrick by name, you know, sometimes go to Facebook, you know, to like talk to him about the way he was trying to use, the way he's trying to use his religion and his belief, his traditional belief, you know, to brainwash the youth and all that. So, and not being able to provide the youth job, you know, a lot of things. So, along the line, this guy who feel is so powerful, hmm, this Bodmas who feel is very powerful, started looking for this guy, him and his boys, because they said he has a large number of boys who does, you know, bad things for him. So they keep people, obviously, they buy people. You understand? When you speak against him. So they started hunting for this young man until they discover where this guy is from. Now there is another native doctor, a traditionalist in that community where this young man Patrick is from. Now Bodmas and his group went to see him to show him a picture of Patrick. And the guy said he knows him now. So he directed them to Patrick house, told his son to carry them to Patrick house. And they took him to Patrick house. Getting there, they met Patrick in the house. They started beating him alongside with his younger brother. And after beating and all that, they bundled them into their in-laws and they drove off. Only for them to torture this guy, break this guy's neck, break the guy's spinal cord, you know, break every part of this young man's body. This guy was detained by this guy, this criminal called Bodmas Kemepadei and his boys for 3 days. And after 3 days, him and his younger brother was moved into a police division somewhere in that state. The sister tried to secure their bail, according to Very Dark Man. The police asked the sister to bring 100,000. The sister was trying to do everything possible to secure their bail. I think later the police reached out to her and said, wherever you are, come and carry your brother. It's a long story, so let me just quickly summarize it and say what I want to say. Now, when they got there, they discovered that this guy cannot even stand his neck well. He cannot walk. He cannot sit. As a result of his spinal cord has been broken. His neck has been broken. So this Bodmas Kemepadei guy and his boys literally beat this guy, actually buy this guy, break all his bones. They took the guy to different hospitals, not until a nurse confirmed to the sister that, see, your brother's spinal cord is broken and all that. Not too long after, this young man died. And since that time, according to VDM, this Bodmas guy has left Bayelsa State to Delta State. And some days ago, the Nigerian police made a statement. Nigerian police in Bayelsa State made a statement, pushed out a statement saying that the victim was brought to the police station with bruises on his arrival. And they have started, you know, the initiation to get Bodmas and arrest him, the notorious criminal that has that group that buy this guy. Now, this is my message. This is my message. An injustice to one is an injustice to all. We cannot be complaining that we have political slave masters whom has continued to suffer Nigerians. At the same time, we have people who feel because they are connected to politicians or feel they are connected to the powers that be, because they have money, they want to use that money to oppress Nigerians and silence their fellow man. Bodmas as he stands today, Bodmas Kemepadei as he stands today is a murderer. Is a killer, and they should be treated as one. I wonder why up till now Nigerian police is telling us they have initiated what they consider as manhunt to get him arrested when there are already stories that this guy is hiding somewhere in Delta State. Where is the DSS? Where is the SSS? Where is the police, the technical team? I am using my platform to call on the IGP, the police IGP, the CP of that state, both CP of Delta State, to make sure this guy is brought to book. It's been days after, and this young man has not been arrested. Members of his team, this is criminal network that are buying Nigerians, buying innocent people when they speak against him, has not been apprehended. This is how we encourage criminality in this country. This is how we encourage corruption in this country. This is how we encourage injustice in this country. That an ordinary civilian, this is ordinary civilian, can go after a man because you claim he said some things that is not suitable to you, that is not good to you on social media. And you mobilize your boys, went to his house, took this guy, break all his bone, including his spinal cord, and you buy this guy. This young man lost his life along the line. Until this very moment, 2 weeks after, the Nigerian police force has not been able to apprehend this criminal. My question to Nigerian police is, are you protecting Bodmas Kemepadei and his group or what? Because we understand how these things are done. Where is Bodmas Kemepadei? Patrick deserves justice. His family deserves justice. Nigerians want to see justice. It's painful. It's annoying. This is just my personal opinion.